Hey, what's up guys? John here. 2 weeks ago I put out a video on YouTube saying that the supply chain is going to collapse on Friday over all the mandates. And now what happened? The supply chain has officially grinded to an absolute halt in Canada. We have such a massive event happening right now. This is huge. Guinness Book of World Records was 4.5 miles, 4.6 miles, the longest convoy period in Canada. Well, now this is 45 miles long, 50,000 truckers. And the Guinness Book of World Records is saying, no, this isn't a record, although it's freaking 10 times more. No, this isn't a record simply because you didn't fill out an application and we're not going to stand behind this, right? What we're likely going to see in 2022 is going to blow your head off. It's going to be absolutely insane because looking at 2020, 2021, it's just getting progressively crazier. Well, 2022, we're going to start to see like a $10 gallon of milk. We're going to see things that you just simply can't believe. But we're also going to see opportunities to invest. And this is what I talk about in this channel is personal finance, real estate, business, the economy. All those things are going to get absolutely crushed in 2022, especially when they're hiking interest rates and they're really grinding the whole world to a halt. Drop your comments below, hit that like button. You hit the like button, YouTube's going to share this content to wake up people and educate people about what's really going on in this world that we're not really hearing about on the mainstream. So please hit that like button, let's begin. Now we got some really big problems coming. In 2008, we all remember the big housing crash. Well, crude oil started skyrocketing 2009, 2010, 2011, right? A lot of people thought that, oh, it was skyrocketing because of financial speculation. No, there was a shortage of fuel. Well, what is happening right now in America? Keystone Pipeline, all these pipelines getting shut down. Even in California, they're shutting down all gas in California, right? What is that going to do? Obviously, there's going to be a shortage of fossil fuels, right? Meaning the price is going to continue going up. JP Morgan said that this is going to go up another 100% from here, meaning it's going to cost even more for you to get your goods to your front door from the person selling it to you or the entity selling it to you, right? So ultimately, what does this mean? Food prices are going to go nuts. Electronics, shoes, everything that you're going to need is going to be going up in price. That's why in former videos when I said it might make sense to stock up on some things. Not go crazy hoarding, but if you're going to need it in a couple months, might as well buy it now at a lower price, right? And that advice has been pretty good. We look at Heinz right now, they're increasing their prices 30% in March. 30% they're increasing their prices. You know, things are going to get interesting. We're looking at Walmart right now. I saw this article in Newsweek. In Canada, Walmart, they will not let you in. If you don't have that, they will not let you in and freely shop. You're going to need to work with someone at the front that's going to walk you around to make sure you only buy food and pharmaceuticals. That's it. You're not allowed to go buy shoes. You're not allowed to buy, socks or jeans or a new cell phone or a hat or anything else that you need. Only those two segments you're allowed to purchase. Right? So there's a big boycott going on for all these essential stores. It's not just Walmart, it's IKEA. Any footprint, any store footprint over 16,000, which is all the big box stores, right? And so what I'm looking at right now with this big convoy in Canada is I actually think that this is like Christmas for these big corporations, unfortunately. And this is why. So when they are blocking the roads and they're blocking, what does this do? Well, this impacts people that rely on that supply chain. The big corporations, Walmart and Home Depot and IKEA and all these, they have their own supply chains, right? And even if they lose money in the short term, they know that all their competitors, all their small mom and pop stores are going to get bled out and they're going to get killed. And so ultimately what's going to happen is that the big corporations are going to be able to keep their prices lower long term than what the small mom and pop stores are going to have to do because they're going to be competing with rising oil prices, the rising cost, and the supply issues, the supply constraints. But it gets so much crazier than that. We're sold so hard by the media that Elon Musk is, the best guy in the world. We have to love Elon Musk. He's so cool. He's saving the environment. He's saving everybody. thank you, Elon. And he sends out a tweet today, and the tweet says, Canadian truckers rule. And then it says at the bottom that freedom is being stripped away one piece at a time until it's gone, right? He says this, everyone cheers, he gets, 367,000 likes, everyone's loving it, right? But what this man's saying versus what he's doing is a very clear picture to where they want to take this economy. And this is much bigger than, my thoughts on Elon Musk. What they want to do right now is Tesla, they're not going to be manufacturing any new vehicles in 2022. No new vehicles. And they manufactured 967,000 or 950,000, somewhere around that range, in 2021. They're saying that because of the supply chain issues, they can't get the chips. And so instead, they're going to work on other projects, one of which is this new humanoid robot. This new humanoid robot, he believes that this humanoid robot has more potential than Tesla's vehicles, right? You think about what he's saying there. They sold almost 1 million of these vehicles in 2021. And now he's saying that this robot has more potential. And this robot's pretty futuristic. He thinks that it can go food shopping for you. He thinks it can do all of your own tasks for you. So you could basically hire this robot to be your employee. What's the cost of this robot, right? Anybody could afford this robot. It's 10 grand is what they're trying to sell this thing for. $10,000 is what they want to sell this robot for. And he's also working on self-driving trucks, right? Self-driving trucks that he wants to actually have released this year. Full self-driving trucks in 2022 that he thinks are going to be better than humans. He says that the billionaire electric vehicle entrepreneur calls humans a pretty low standard, right? He emphasized being safer than a human is a low standard, not a high standard. People are often distracted, tired, texting. It's remarkable that we don't have more accidents, right? So the same guy that's tweeting, saying that, yay for truckers, he's the same guy saying, yeah, humans are pretty bad truckers. We need to find a solution because they're a hazard on the road. And then he's also saying that this new humanoid robot is going to get rid of boring and tedious tasks, right? What we're stepping into, this whole economy, everything that's happening right now. We're looking at the stock market. There's more fear in the stock market. Interest rates are rising. Things are turning up. Things are going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. Am I saying the humanoid robot's going to come out tomorrow? No. Am I saying it probably could happen in the next couple of years? Yeah. The same with this trucker situation, with these futuristic self-driving trucks. These trucks could drive probably 20 hours or 24 hours a day, right? We're moving into this new world. And those that don't have the reality of understanding where we're actually going, we're going to have a hard time to reverse engineer a good business plan or a good strategy based around the actual money and the actual foundation, financial structure and foundation one is going to need to be able to survive, prosper, invest, and do well into the future. Now, I do believe ultimately we will see a lot of opportunity. This is a very delicate game that we're all forced to play in right now because we don't know what's going to happen. Every other month, we think something else is going to happen and everything's going to be fine. Everything's crazy. Everything's fine. Everything's crazy. We keep getting baited and switched into all of these different things, tiring out everybody. Everyone's exhausted with that conversation, right? But when we're looking at the core fundamentals and we're looking at what the smart money is doing, they're stockpiling cash. Why are they doing that? Why are the billionaires, Wall Street private equity firms sitting on $1 trillion in cash? Probably because they knew huge problems are going to be coming, massive problems. And with these massive problems comes massive opportunity for them. That's why I'm really adamant about, I think it's probably a bad idea to speculate on things that you don't know anything about. And it's a great time to read and study and understand the true scope of what's happening in the world and in the economy to make smart investing decisions that are really going to pan out in both the good times and the bad times. Because to me, it looks like we're going to be stepping in to some really bad times and it's almost unavoidable. What are your thoughts on all this? Drop your comments below, hit that like button, subscribe here, consider subbing on my second channel. I'll catch you guys later.